tell people, I tell people how it is, because my thing is this right here.
Oh, you're nice to me.
Yeah, I'm nice to you. That's my partner right there. I'm nice to her. That's my road dog. I'm nice to a lot of people, family, friends. I'm nice, but they know. A lot of people know that L has this other side that don't come out, and when it comes out, run. And I'm not trying to sound like a bully.
That's not too many people have seen that other side of me. It's not too many people.
Yeah,
I don't like
bully or a badass. I'm not that, but I don't tolerate dumb stuff. I don't tolerate. But I'm a nice person. I'm a very nice person. So when I get tired of something, I am going to address it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't talk behind people's back. Those of you that know me, know me. If I got something to say, I'm going to come to the forefront. I'm going to come to your face and say what I got to say. It's how I am. Respectfully, I'm going to come to you with no disrespect. This is Where's That Podcast. Hopefully everybody's having a great Monday. The weekend is over. It's been a beautiful weekend for me. No complaints here. And I got my co-host.
And I am Shelly Baby.
If you guys didn't already know, now you know. For our new subscribers, new people that's coming on the channel, hey, we are who we are. This is who we are. This is where we are. This is where we at. We are at This Is Where's That Podcast. You guys will know about us all over the world pretty soon. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I am happy to announce to you guys that we are now on Apple Podcasts. Hold on, let me give a round of applause for that one. Hold on, we need a round of applause. Hold on, where we at? Yeah. We are now on Apple, and Spotify is next. We're coming next week to be exact.
We coming.
Mm-hmm. So, just want you guys to know something real quick. Having a podcast is not really an easy thing to do. I see a lot of people talking about wanting to do a podcast. It's a lot of work. It's pretty hard. I think one of the hardest things that we have to do is come up with the topics. That's one of the hardest things, is finding topics to come up with. Mm-hmm. People think it's so easy. You can come up with a topic just like that every day, or it's just gonna come to you. No, it doesn't, because sometimes we have to sit down and really think about things and how we're gonna put the topic together, how we want to approach the topics and stuff like that. But we want to be organic when we talk about these things. We don't want to filter things out like a lot of the other podcasts. We want to be organic with you guys and just give you guys the truth, nothing but the truth, whether it's ugly or nice. And we know that we've been doing the podcast for over a year. And we kind of want to bring a different side to it. So I was talking to Shelly, and I was telling her, I said, we're going to bring a little edginess to our podcast now, because it's a new year. And we know a lot of you guys want to see some different things. You want to hear some things that's not being talked about, whether it's on the after hour side or, the side where we're always positive and motivating. We know that you guys are probably tired of hearing the motivation. I'm not tired talking about motivation and stuff, but I'm going to give y'all what y'all want. We're going to give you guys what you want. And that's the thing. We want to give you guys what you want to hear, topics and stuff like that too. Rather it's something that that you wouldn't say amongst your family or your husband, your wife, and you just want to hear, what would you do if this were to happen? Would you be cool if you were to bring blah, blah, blah into the blah, blah, blah? I'm not even going to say all that yet, 'cause we got some things coming up. We got some really good, interesting things, topics coming up, and it's going to blow y'all's minds when you hear it, because we don't talk about those kind of things on the channel, but we are now. We are starting to do that now. So tonight, Monday, this might be the last. I wouldn't even say this topic is motivational or positive. It's just one of those topics that needs to be talked about, that a lot of us sometimes go through. But after this topic, the next one, we're taking it to a whole different level. Believe that. It's going to go a different way. It's going to go south. Then it's going to go north, and it's going to go west, and it's going to go back south again. It's going to be going all over the place. So y'all just be ready for that one. I think a lot of people are going to be listening for this particular topic. Once y'all see it come out, I don't know. Maybe the weekend coming, we'll have that topic coming for you guys. Maybe Saturday. We'll see. But yeah, so we are thankful that you guys are here with us, and please do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and definitely turn on post notifications so you can see that we are uploading a new video whenever those days or evening comes. You get to see it right on top of your screen. This is where that podcast has posted a new video. Bye-ya! Because we're going to be posting videos, y'all. We're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody had a great weekend, and we are going to jump right on in. We're going to dive on into this topic. And how do you deal with people that take your kindness for granted? Some people ask, but we're not going to ask that. We're not going to get asked, and we're not going to ask you. We're just going to tell you our experiences and how we dealt with it. That's where it's going to come from, how we dealt with it. And I have to say, a lot of times when people take your kindness for granted, people has already burned some bridges in the past, or presently they're burning bridges, so they keep coming to you. You know, I've had some situations to where I've always been the person people could come to and ask for certain things. And you know what?
Why do you think that is, though?
Hold up.
Or is it because you had the resources, or is it because?
Oh, let me say this. When it did come, they knew that I wasn't going to say no. They knew that. They knew I was going to not turn them down.
How did they know? Did you have a reputation of just being that good guy?
Yeah, I was always the person that was understanding when people were going through stuff.
Right.
And I didn't want to see people go through things. So whatever it would be, helping somebody, whatever, or lending money, because everything that being taken for granted don't always have to be surfacing around money, financial. It could be just things you're helping people with. So I've been taken for granted in many different things, and just helping people, that was a weakness for me. I just wanted to see people
win.
Right. I want to see them win. I want to see them be successful. I want to see them succeed. That's all I wanted to do, because I felt like when you help, sometimes you don't know your purpose. Sometimes people don't know their purpose. And I always felt like my purpose, or one of my, I got like a lot of purposes in my mind, but one of my purposes is helping people and see them get to where they want to be in life. And sometimes I put myself on the back burner to help other people. So I know, last year, I didn't tell people I don't do New Year's resolution, but I've had plans on cutting people loose again, because I did it in 21, 22, and 23. I cut people off, and I had my reasons for doing that. And this is one of the reasons too. So sometimes you got to separate yourself from people that are looking at you as someone that has resources, someone that will never turn them down when they ask you for anything, people that only call you when they need you, people that only come around when they want you around. And I had to learn that too. I had to learn to separate my associates, affiliates, and my friends. I had to learn to separate them. I had to learn to understand that there's certain associates that you invite to certain things, because you can't invite everybody that you are around to everything that you're doing. Right? Because some people aren't adequately ready for those type of things. Like, I can't bring people to, like, let's just say what I do when it comes to like Forex, real estate, or whatever, I can't bring people in that atmosphere if they aren't designed to do those things. Like I have people that speak a different language, not I wouldn't say language, but grammar. That just like I got some hood people that I do know. I can't bring the hood people to the meetings and stuff like that. So, like I gotta separate people in their own category, and that's what I learned to do is understand people. And just because these people don't have the same discipline or the same upbringing, or just being the person that I am, just because they don't have that side, I'm not going to make them feel like they're a bad person. It's just I needed to understand that I needed to deal with them when I want to deal with them, because that's what people do to you or me. People deal with you when they want to deal with you and how they want to deal with you. So after I learned how to do that, and after I learned that you have to learn to cut people off, every year you have to learn to cut somebody off, because there's people in your circle, or as they say, the palm of your hands is what you got people that can fit in like a small amount of people, or the amount of fingers you have on one hand, 5 people. I've learned not to even fill up my hands with that amount of people, of friends or whatever, because all you really need is 1 or 2 or 3 people that should be in your corner. A lot of people like to have a lot of friends. I was never one to have a lot of friends, but the friends that I did have, even just having a few people at a time, you kind of get to learn them. Then you get to learn how they operate. And then you understand, okay, well, you know what? Out of those 3 people, there might be one person that's going to take you for granted. You're always going to have that one that's going to make you feel like you're a best friend. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying you're always going to have that one that's going to make you feel comfortable to get things out of you. And then you're like, okay, I look at this person as a sister or as a brother or whatever, I'm gonna help them out. So that's how I was. I've had it with females, I've had it with males, just being helpful. And I've learned now that I cannot be that way with everybody. And I've learned, one thing too I learned from this millionaire. He's a multimillionaire. He told me a long time ago. He said, you know what? And I'm speaking on the financial side now. He said, you know what? When people always come to you wanting to borrow money, he said, you'll never be successful and you'll never be wealthy, because you're going to always keep handing out all of your wealth to help people. He says there's a difference between helping someone that needs versus helping someone that already has, that want what you have. And also, when you talk about the people that need, make sure the person that needs is able to go out there and get it on their own too, because just because they don't have it doesn't mean that they can't get it. They don't always have to come get it from you.
Right.
They can go get a job. They can do anything to try to get some money. They don't have to keep coming to you. So that's what I learned too. And that's why I say now it's about me and about the things I want to do this time around. I have helped people in the previous years doing things, and not me being selfish, or just me being focused on the things that I want to do, because I don't want to be taken advantage of, and I need to see myself progressing even more now. So by me doing that, I have to cut people out that are in need, that are only around me because they are going to need something at some point. So that's my experience on it. I'm not going to go into detail of how all of this came about, but you guys get the picture, and you guys understand that, hey, there are people out there that are going to take advantage of you. And, you got to be strong. You got to be firm. You got to have an understanding that, hey, you know what? I would like to tell them yes, but sometimes, like with me, what I do now is I tell people, yeah, I got it, but I just don't have it to give to you.
Right.
I have it, but I just don't have it to give to you.
Mm-hmm.
After you already borrowed from me once or twice and you didn't give it back, yeah, that's going to be my answer from now on. I got it, but I don't have it to give to you because I need my money. I need my money. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So sometimes you got to be like that to let people know, hey, you know what? Now they're looking at you as you're being mean to me because you won't give it to me. No.
Right. Like that what is it? Destiny Child song, the first time I said no, it's like I never said yes.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, as soon as you say no, then it's what?
Exactly.
What? What you mean no?
Yeah, what you mean?
What I said. I
Are you?
said
And
no.
they be like, "Are you serious? Are you serious right
Mm-hmm.
now? Why
Mm-hmm.
not?"
No explanation is needed.
That's what they ask. Why not? Why? What I did to you?
No explanation is given.
What I did to you?
Do nothing. Just keep coming over here asking
Yeah,
me for
that's what they gonna ask. What I did to you? You ain't pay me back my
stuff.
money. That's what you did. You didn't
Getting
do
on
it,
my nerves.
and you still calling me.
Well,
Yeah. I
well,
mean, I
no,
know
I
you
tell
have
you,
some experience with that too. I mean,
man,
it just it's. I don't know, man.
I promise you, I've bent over backwards for some of the most ungrateful people
Mm-hmm.
with my time, attention, financial resources, love, whatever,
Yeah.
and basically made them a priority
Mm-hmm.
when they really didn't deserve it.
Right.
So I had to learn, as they say, stop crossing oceans for people who wouldn't even jump a puddle for you.
Mm 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 mm
You
mm
know,
mm. Did y'all hear that? She said, "Stop jumping oceans for people who wouldn't jump a puddle
yeah,
for you."
they
I
won't
mean,
even
you
jump
going
over a
out your
puddle.
way. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, yeah.
I like
I've
that.
done that many times,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, like you said about you, I mean, I think once people get wind of the fact that I am a giving person, I mean, that's just I can't. I don't know. Yeah, I've been taken advantage of,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and but that still didn't change, the way I'm wired. I'm just a naturally giving
Right.
person.
It's
But
just you're
what it has done,
careful of who you give it to.
right,
That's
exactly.
what we
What
got
it
to
has
do.
done, it really opened my eyes
Mm-hmm.
to pay more attention
Right.
and be more aware of who I sow into.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everything or everyone you sow into is considered good ground.
Right.
And so you sow it into someone and it's not really good ground, and of course you're not going to get get a harvest.
At
You're
all.
not going to receive anything back.
At all.
And I don't mind giving. Because oftentimes, when I give from the heart. You
That's what it's
know,
about.
so,
That's what.
right?
That's how we were designed to do.
Yeah, yeah,
We are designed to give, to help, and not being taken advantage of. We
right.
weren't designed to be taken advantage of. So my point is, still be a giver, but give for
Hmm.
the reasons you want to give for, not because people are asking you to give to them.
Mm,
Give for a purpose.
right.
I give for
Well,
purposes
I mean,
now.
purpose to help.
Yes,
And
to
but
help.
but again, you can become an enabler. Because if you keep giving and keep giving and keep giving, then they're not going to see for themselves, okay, you know what? I can do this for myself. Let me stop asking. Let me just do this for myself.
Right.
Now, I'll give you an example. Me, I don't like asking people for money, or I don't like really asking people for much of anything.
Yeah, I don't either.
Um,
I don't
I
even
feel
ask
like
nobody.
I feel like I'm resourceful enough to where I can find out a way to get things done on my own. Um, I I work long hours, okay? And so once I've realized that I've been taken advantage of, it does make me feel some type of way. I won't
Mm-hmm.
lie. Just the fact that I was used, you know, for someone else's benefit. We
Right.
we live in a selfish, type of society, overall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taken aback, when I come in contact with people who are takers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, when you have someone in your life that's willing to go over and beyond to help you in your time of need, and you turn around and you stab that person in the back,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, why? Why would you do that?
Right.
Especially knowing that that person would never do that to you. What do you gain from
God,
that? How do you even
they fart
sleep
all over me.
well at night?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they say, the givers, they sleep well. The takers, not so much.
Right.
Yeah. Or maybe I have that backwards, but either way.
No, that's how it is. The givers sleep well. The takers are fighting to sleep because they're fighting their demons because of the evil things that they're
No,
doing.
you're
Yes,
probably coming up with other ways of, let me see
yeah.
how I can, take advantage of this other person or whatever. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. And maybe because, like I said, for me,
I just dropped water all over myself, man.
yeah, you'll be all right.
I
It's
got
just water.
a hole in my
It's
mouth.
just water. It's just water. But no, yeah, I don't really understand it, to be quite honest. You know, maybe because I don't think like that. You know what I mean? I can't
Right.
see myself doing that to people.
No,
So
I can't either, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
bad. But
it
you
is.
know what they say about the karma. Karma comes back and bite them.
Yeah,
Karma comes back and bite them in the booty. Well, on the booty, not in the booty. On the booty. And they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay because when you go around burning bridges, man. Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna let Shelly have the last word on this one because when you go around burning bridges and just taking advantage of people, niceness and kindness. Understand you know what? Nobody on earth is going to. Well, they may judge you, but at the end of the day, God judges you. So just because things aren't happening to you down here when you take advantage of people or hurt people or whatever for your own personal reasons, God is going to tend to you. He's going to discipline you. Yeah, you can say your prayers at night after you do your dirt and say, Lord, I come to you to repent. I mean, he's gonna forgive you now. But it's about how many times you've been doing what you're doing over and over and over and over and over. Because you're not gonna keep forgiving you for the same thing that you're doing and doing and doing. Because there are people that's receiving blessings, good blessings,
favor.
but it's not coming from God. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there getting blessed, but the devil blesses you in his way too. So a lot of times when people, take advantage of people and you see people successful out here, a lot of people that you see successful out here isn't always the good success. It didn't come from the good. You have to do some dirty stuff to get there sometimes too. So don't let that confuse you guys.
You had to step on some necks.
Yeah, you got to do some things, and just because you're doing it and you're looking good doing it, guess what? On the other side, you're gonna have some consequences. So, I'm saying that to say, when you take advantage of good people, because God protects his good people.
Oh yeah,
He protects good people. So you guys better be careful.
what was they say? You can't be out here doing, all these horrible things to good people and think God is pleased with that because it'll catch up.
It's
It'll
gonna
catch up. And I mean, honestly, I've had it to where people have done me dirty. And I didn't understand it. I did not. And this is not me saying, okay, oh, woe is me, I'm playing a victim. It's not even, I'm just calling the spade a spade.
Things
I'm just
happen.
calling it
Things
what it
happen
is.
to
I
us.
mean, you know what I
in
mean?
life. Yeah.
Right. Especially when you had good intentions of helping or assisting someone, and then they've turned around and crapped on you. You know what I mean? But it really threw me through a loop. I was like, whoa, this is what we doing. Okay. And then it's sad because it's like, if you cut them off, that just means that they have to start all over with someone else, trying to see, trying to finesse, their way into that person's life or in that person's pocketbook or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, what's the point in all that?
Right.
But like I said, it's just one-sided type of connections that you have. I mean, it's not even just about finances and things of that nature. It's just
It's a lot of different ways.
a lot of different ways. To say, hey, you just sometimes you might just need an ear. You're just like somebody to talk to, whatever. some advice, and you're always there for that person, but then they're never there for you. You're like, "Hey, what's going on?" But then, like, of course, when that money, comes into play, it's like, okay,
Oh yeah.
I'll get you back on Friday. Friday rolls around, you don't see them,
At all.
you don't
At
hear
all.
from them. They done ran away. They done avoided you like you have monkeypox or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's just
That's
crazy.
true,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know. Yeah,
That is
people will
true.
take advantage of, just because you have a good heart. Like I said, you don't even, I think sometimes people don't even have to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Once they know that you have a good heart, oftentimes I say for me, I'll just volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been told by several people, "Oh, Shelly, you too nice.
Right.
You too nice." And I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? I'm just helping. I'm like, okay. Yeah. All right.
Sometimes
You'll see. You have to see. You
those are
have to
the
see for
people.
yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes those people already been through it, just kind of letting you know, hey, tone down your niceness because you could possibly be taken advantage of. Because
Right.
they've already been through. People told me that too, but I've always was like, you know what? You don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me I'm too nice. Like, I'm not too nice. Okay, let me just say that real good. I am not too nice. So when people tell me that, I'm
Oh,
like,
ain't.
you know that. I'm gonna tell people. I tell people how it is, because my thing is this right here.
Are you nice to me?
Yeah, I'm nice to you. That's my partner right there. I'm nice to her. That's my road dog. I'm nice to a lot of people, family, friends. I'm nice, but they know. A lot of people know that L has this other side that don't come out, and when it comes out, run. And I'm not trying to sound like a
That's
bully
not too many
or
people have seen that other side of me. It's not too many people.
yeah,
I
a
don't like
bully
them.
or a badass. I'm not that, but I don't tolerate dumb stuff. I don't tolerate. But I'm a nice person. I'm a very nice person. So when I get tired of something, I am going to address it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't talk behind people's back. Those of you that know me, know me. If I got something to say, I'm going to come to the forefront. I'm going to come to your face and say what I got to say. That's how I am, respectfully. I'm going to come to you with no disrespect. But the minute you get out of hand, I back off. I still, even when people come a different direction than I'm going, and I've had to learn that you gotta sometimes don't give a fool his way or her way. Because a fool will cause you to do things and make you a fool too.
Boy, I thought
If
you
you
was about to
follow
say
their
something
lead.
else.
What?
Don't give a.
Just saying.
All I heard was don't give a.
Yeah, just you got to learn to back off, and that way you don't put yourself in a situation that you're gonna regret later. So, and a lot of times, when it comes to people like, going back to the borrowing money stuff, sometimes people will beat your behind if you don't pay them back,
Ooh.
and sometimes people go
Or
to the
they'll get
extent,
somebody else to do
they
it.
go to the extent of, you know
Hey,
what I'm
look,
saying?
you get somebody else
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, they'll do that. So it's like,
And see, what people have to understand, just because you may not be that person to say, to enforce,
right,
those things, say, hey, I need my money back. If you don't get my money back, I'm gonna do this, whatever. You might not be that type of person, but they don't know who you know.
yeah. And I'm gonna tell you this too.
I know some people.
When I was younger, in my let's just say in my late 20s, and my family knows about this. There was this one guy. I don't know if he's gonna watch this podcast or not, but there was this one guy.
I think you told me about this.
He had this cell phone company. I told you about the cell phone. There was one guy. He had a cell phone company. He was like a contractor. Sprint. This when Sprint was out, and he didn't have like a building. He was working out of his car, but he had like phones. He was, people were signing up to get the Sprint phones. So me and the person that I was with, my girlfriend at the time, we got 2 phones from him because he was a friend of the family. And, we got the phone. The phone was cut off like maybe, the first month. So this one time I picked up my phone up to make a phone call. I can't make a phone call to call my girlfriend at the time. So I'm like, what's going on with my phone? I paid my bill. So I was able to get another phone, a track phone, just to make phone calls off of, right? So I got a little Nokia phone, I think it was called. So I bought a Nokia phone from Walmart because we stayed by by a Walmart. And I called the guy and told him the phone was, why was the phone off? He said, oh, I'm working on it right now. And I asked him, I said, well, when's the phone going to be on? Let me know, because I got another phone. Just call me on this number here when the phone get cut back on. He's like, I got you. So, man, we waited for like days. Didn't see him. Called him from the phone that I bought from Walmart. He didn't answer my phone call. She even called. He answered her other phone and hung up. When she told him who she was, he hung the phone up. So 2 months went by, right? So her and I was driving on the highway, and I saw his car. We had a red light, so I'm like, okay, that's him right there. This is the old me. This is the old L, y'all. That's not the L now. But I saw him on the side of the road or the highway at the stoplight. And I noticed that there was another person in the car with him. So I told my girlfriend, I said, pull up a little bit more. So I jumped out the car. He had his window like down, like halfway. So I said, yo. I didn't say yo, I said his name, but I'm not going to say the name. I said, yo. I said, so what's up with my phone, man? Why our phone is not on? We've been calling you. I done paid you $300 something, and I paid you a deposit for the phone, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'll get your phone cut on. I said, no, I need my phone cut on right now. I said, pull over real quick. He's like, I can't pull over. So I jumped. Well, I put my hand through the window to jack him up. He tried to up the window on me. So I yanked my hand out the window, and he had the sunroof. So I jacked him up out the car, through the sunroof, on the highway. His girlfriend was in the car with him. He was screaming, telling me, stop, I'm going to tell your mother. Because he's a friend of the family. I'm going to call your mother and tell your mother you're doing this. You're not supposed to be acting like this. So let me tell you something. He know my family because my family is nice. My family's I got a really great family. I'm going to talk about I love my family. I got a nice family. But I'm the youngest of 11 kids. And I'm a different kind of person than a lot of my brothers and sisters. The side of me, when you are messing with my family, my money,
And Shelly.
and my son, that side of me is going to kick in, and you're not going to like it. But anyway, I had to learn to not be that way. So I had to learn to, that's why I said there's times you got to learn to say no and not do things. Even if there's people that you may know for a long time, because those people will try to take advantage of you because they know that you are a friend of the family. They are a friend of the family. So they know, okay, I can take advantage of them because they're not going to, saying they're not going to do anything about it. What they going to do?
See, that's the problem. We say for granted, but see, people will take your kindness for weakness, but I'm not weak. And trust me when I say, if I've been taken advantage of, it's not weakness that I'm displaying. I'm displaying an enormous amount of strength to not go off on you, to read you, or to embarrass you, or to go off whatever,
right.
And do whatever creative things that I have in my mind that I could do.
But you know what? Sometimes you got to show that other side just one time. Not saying you got to be violent. No, you don't have to be violent or physical. Sometimes you got to project.
They ain't ready.
You got to project your voice.
They ain't ready for that F around and find out. They ain't ready.
Yeah, you got to lift that voice. Let that voice be heard.
They ain't ready.
Let that voice be heard. Hey, you know what?
I just, the way, like you said a few minutes ago, I show them mercy. Trust me when I say I show them mercy.
Right.
And that's because I already know. See, I grew up in an environment where it's like, okay, you know what? Not every battle is for you to fight.
Right. Exactly.
And I know when I just sit back and observe, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do a thing. I've had people, if I tell them like this is what happened, whatever. I've had people say, you need me to handle that?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Well,
Whether
sometimes
you want to
sometimes you
do karma or you reaping
yeah.
what you sow, however you want to coin it or whatever. I always say, me and karma, we're friends, we cool because,
Right.
I'm just like, I'm not out here trying to screw people over. So I come with good intentions. You know what I
Right.
mean? But if you come at me, and this is not me elevating myself or whatever, but it's like, when you have a good heart. But if you come, towards me with ill intentions, then it's just a matter of time before you get your just due. I mean, justice will always be served, and it's just whenever, I don't know. I don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? I just go on about my business.
It'll
Once
get
I cut it
handled.
off, right.
It'll get
Once I cut it off, whatever, it is what it is. What I realized is that genuine people will appreciate your kindness, and they will respect your boundaries.
Amen.
Genuine people will. But the
Amen.
ones who have, ill intentions, they have no respect for your boundaries and they don't appreciate you.
Right.
Only when you're giving them something. Yes, that's when they may appreciate you. But half the time they get so used to receiving that they sometimes they act like they can't even just say thank you.
Right. It's like you're
They
supposed to give them.
expect it, right?
Yeah.
They expect it. Like, are you serious? But if you don't respect my boundaries, then I just have to distance myself from you. And that's just where I look at it. That's your L, not EL, like not you, but that's your loss.
Right.
Because I know if you
Hold on.
are
Let's back that up real
close to
quick.
me,
Let's back. See, our L's is different than the L she's talking. She's talking about the loss, but the L I like to
talking
talk
about the
about
loss.
is the lesson. But that
Well,
one is
that
their
too.
loss. Yeah.
That
So,
too.
yeah.
But see, it may take them a while before they learn that lesson.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It may take them several cycles
Right.
over before they learn that lesson. And by that time, you've already moved on, elevated and evolved and went on about your business, and they're still recycling the same old experience,
Right.
but that's not your problem. You've already done what you needed to do. And sometimes it is for us to be in a person's life to help them, to assist them along the way,
Right. Right.
and that might just be our purpose, but it's not our purpose to be a doormat.
Right.
It's not our purpose to, to continue being used, because I think sometimes that comes with us, not really setting those boundaries up front. When people know that they can't use you, they're not going to try.
At all.
They know who they can, just like a bully. I mean, a bully knows
You
who they
gotta-
can go out there.
Exactly. Learn to know when to cut people off. Learn when enough is enough.
You got to
Learn-
know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say something else. I looked up and I saw, okay, but yeah, I got you.
Well, see.
So, that's it, you guys. I mean, that's our lesson to you guys. We want to give you guys some of our experience and let you know, hey, sometimes you got to just sit back and reevaluate you for the person that you are. Always be the person you are. Always be nice. It's okay to be nice, but learn the people to continue to be nice to. Learn the people that you're being nice to and the people you need to continue being nice to, because not everybody's going to take you for granted or take your kindness for weakness.
Right.
Or,
But look for this. Look for reciprocity. That's the key right there. That's how you can tell that that person is not taking advantage of you. Look
Right.
for reciprocity. Because if you're pouring into them and they're pouring back into you, then hey, this is a genuine person.
Amen.
Okay.
Look for that. And I don't want to see nobody taking advantage of. I don't want to see my peoples or even any of you out there in tiwia land being taken advantage of. So just, I like to do this real quick. Well, I'm going to say this real quick. I said two things at once. I like to do this. I like to learn from other people's experience too. I don't always have to learn. I don't always have to go through something to feel for myself. Sometimes I learn off of other people's experience because I don't want to go through certain things people go through.
Right.
And that's my thing. And some people don't get me when I say that. Because like, well, why don't you want to go through it? Because you're not really learning if you don't go through. No, I learn because I watch how people move. I do watch how people move, and I watch what happens after they move the way that they do move. And I then understand. That's how you learn, because everything is like having hands-on. You can have hands-on on certain things, But other things are you're being taught. When your teacher's teaching you, you're being taught based off of what you're seeing her do at the chalkboard or the books or whatever. You're looking at it. But the hands-on thing, you don't have to have the hands-on for everything to be learned or to learn what you need to do. You can just look at it and be like, you know what, I ain't messing with that. It's like a baby or a 3-year-old. See mommy,
Touching that hot stove.
see mommy and daddy at the stove and looking at that burner, scorching red hot, red and orangey, like, oh my God, that looks pretty. I'm gonna touch it. We can tell our kids, don't touch that because you're gonna get burned, but they don't know what burn is. They don't know what burn means. All they see is something bright and glowing, and they want to touch it because it looks fun or pretty. So when they go, they start crying. Hey, I bet you they won't do that again after that, though. So the sister that's watching that sister or brother that's watching that brother touch that hot stove, I bet you that brother won't touch it because then he gonna look at the brother hand like, how did he get that on his hand from that? He's not gonna do that. See, that's a lesson that brother that didn't touch the stove got taught. That is an example I want to make, but just be careful with these folks. There's a, in the sense, a lot of bad people in the world that's taking advantage of, of you, us, or whatever. But just understand, not everybody's going to be your friend. Not everybody's going to be down for you. Not everybody's going to have your best interest. There's going to be people around you in a circle because they see you doing things and they want to be a part of it because they see you as a way out.
Haters.
Exactly. So thank y'all for joining us on this Monday. We appreciate you guys. Please subscribe, like, share, and turn on post notification to the channel. And until next time, we love you. Love, peace, and joy. Yeah. Like on Soul Train. Y'all remember Soul Train? Love, peace, and joy. What's his name? Don Cornelius or whatever?
He didn't say joy. He said soul.
Soul? Okay, well, we're going to say joy on ours then. Love, peace, and joy over here. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in.